Hey diddly ho, you're Rito. Welcome back to a brand new episode of Sam Talks Nerdy. Hope you're happy, doing well, dominating life, crushing it, the usual stuff. It is that time of the month once again, and not that time of the month, you freaking weirdo. It is time for the monthly wrap up, a monthly segment where I look back at the news posted during the previous month. And for this month, we'll be taking a look at the news posted in October. Honestly, not really a lot of news in October, mostly Marvel and DC stuff, but without further delay, let's get into it. Let's start with DC, shall we? It's rumored that James Gunn will adapt Tom King's Strange Adventures for the DCU, and Eddie Feige will return as Mr. Terrific after Superman Legacy. Now, Adam Strange is a character I do want to see in the DCU. He is ripe for potential of exploring the space side of the DC universe. And adapting Strange Adventures could be interesting from what I have looked up on the book. I've sort of looked at the cliff notes, but to fully grasp the story, I will have to read it. But from what I gathered from the cliff notes I've looked at, I don't think it should be used to introduce Adam Strange to the DCU. I say adapt some of the more classic stories with, space exploration, and then maybe further down the line of the DCU, adapt that book. There was a brief stint that is rumored that Batmite would appear in Peacemaker Season 2, and he will be how Peacemaker moves from the DCEU to the DCU, but that was quickly debunked, I think, a day or so later. There are whispers that Hush will be the villain of the Batman Part 2, and some people, from what I gather when I posted the news on my Instagram account at Sam Talks Nerdy, some people weren't real thrilled about it. And I kind of get why, because we basically got the Hush with the Riddler, and it'd be kind of just lazy just to have the same villain again. But I'm still holding a hope that the villain of Part 2 will be either Clayface or Mr. Freeze. But, if we get Hush, cool. I just hope they manage to make him different enough from the Riddler. There are reports that Jason Momoa will move over to the DCU, but not as Aquaman, but as Lobo.
Switching sides.
I'm sorry that I have reused that twice now, because I think it's funny. But when it comes to Momoa as Lobo in the DCU, it's been a very popular idea among fans, and even Jason Momoa has admitted that he wants to play Lobo and that it's his dream role. And yeah, I would be completely down for this, and apparently he could appear in Superman Legacy. We'll just have to see. Rhyme. According to Daniel RPK, a Scarecrow movie set in the same universe as Matt Reeves' The Batman is in development. And I did look this up. This was previously rumored to be happening alongside a Professor Pig movie and a Clayface movie. I can kind of see the movie playing out like this, where we have Scarecrow developing his evil plot to fear gas Gotham City. Then at the end of the movie, he gets stopped by Batman, then goes to Arkham Asylum, and so on and so forth. And honestly, I was thinking about this, but how cool would it be if, the Batman movies and all these solo villain movies all lead to a sort of, adaptation of the Arkham Asylum game as a movie, because that would be pretty dope. And for our last bit of DC news, according to My Time Shine Hello, a TV show about The Question is in development for the DCU. And as I mentioned in the original short, I am all for this. I want to see The Question in the DCU. He is on my list along with Adam Strange, and I think it would be amazing, especially if it's Vic Sage and it's a crime noir type series, and we have the Huntress for a little romance, just cooking. That insert the salt meme or whatever. The guy with the sprinkling salt with his fingers. Yeah, insert that here, and just that would be amazing. Now on to Marvel. According to Can We Get Some Toast, these are the episodes for What If Season 2. What if Nebula joined the Nova Corps? What if Peter Quill attacked Earth's Mightiest Heroes? What if Kahori, the new original character for this season, reshaped the world? What if Hela found the 10 rings? What if Iron Man crashed into the Grandmaster, which I think is that cut episode from What If Season 1? What if Happy Hogan saved Christmas? Not interested. What if Captain Carter found the Hydra Stomper, which I think is also a continuation from What If Season 1? What if the Avengers assembled in 1602? Sounds interesting. And what if Supreme Strange intervened? So generally, some same titles from the last report, but some new ones, and like What If Season 1, some hits, some misses. The 1602 one sounds really interesting though, so I can't wait to watch that one. The author of the Reign of Marvel Studios has shared that both Wonder Man and the Vision Quest TV show for Disney Plus have been canceled. There's a lot going on with Marvel right now, but I refuse to be scared. Just, you gotta have faith in Marvel here, guys, okay? Just stay calm. Don't press the panic button. Don't be, slamming it down. Just stay calm. Take a deep breath. Have a beer or whatever vice you use, and just calm. While these shows have been canceled, we can still see Wonder Man in Vision and another project, that being a West Coast Avengers project, like the movie or TV show, or maybe a Marvel Spotlight project. We'll just have to kind of see what happens. According to new RPK, Marvel is developing a fifth Thor film, but with a new director. I am completely open to a fifth Thor film, just don't make it anything like Thor Ragnarok or Thor Dark World. Make it more in line with Thor 1, or my favorite Thor film, Thor Dark World. I just love that blend of sci-fi and fantasy, and I also wanted to see that more, and I guess we kind of got that with Thor Ragnarok, but the comedy just didn't do it for me. Just give me Thor versus Hercules and make it in tone with the Thor and Kratos fighting in God of War, or even just the whole mythology versus mythology thing. It's that simple. I think that's it for the main news, so let's take a look at my stories, huh? First off, Peacemaker Season 2 will be set in the DCU, and it will be just how it is set in the DCU, and that's probably my biggest question when it comes to Peacemaker is how in the heck is he going to be in the DCU when it's been established that he's in the DCEU. Saying both DCU and DCEU in the same sentence is quite the tongue twister. Spider-Man Freshman Year is set to release in November of 2024, and I'm glad the show is still happening because it's giving us stuff we haven't seen in the movies, like Dr. Octopus, actually giving us Scorpion and not just leaving them untouched for years. Daredevil and Spider-Man, the Osborns, I think this is going to be a really good show. I can't wait for the trailer. I imagine it'll be coming out in spring of 24 or maybe in the summer of 24. We'll have to see. A lot of release dates for Marvel haven't either been changed, moved forward or back, or just canned altogether. Agatha Darkhold Diaries is listed to drop in September of 24, while Ironheart will drop in September of 25, which I don't know, part of it feels like that's an error. It's confirmed that none of the DCEU Justice League actors will return as their characters in the DCU. However, as different characters is possibly still on the table, i.e. Jason Momoa as Lobo. It is reported we'll see Toad in Deadpool 3, don't know which version, but I kind of hope it's the Ray Park version, that'd be kind of cool. We have new looks at the Avatar The Last Airbender Netflix series, and again, costumes look really solid. Acting the story is another thing, and also, why does Azula look AI as hell? Dario, I'm going to butcher his last name, Scartapane? The showrunner of The Punisher has taken over being the showrunner of Daredevil Born Again. Yeah, that whole show is going under a massive overhaul. I wish I kind of did a video to talk about that, but I'm kind of curious to see what happens. And lastly, this is kind of tragic, but also kind of a smart move. Superman and Lois will end after season 4. It's sad to see the show go because it's such a good Superman show, but then again, with the DCU starting up here soon and then us getting Superman Legacy, it's probably smart to kind of stop it here, especially with the reduced budget. Alrighty, that's it for this episode of Sam Talks Nerdy. Thank you for listening. Make sure to check out my Batman and Joker voice actor videos, and also make sure to check out my quick review of Invincible Season 2, Episode 1. And if you're listening to this via my podcast, please make sure to follow me on Apple Podcasts, Google Podcast, or Spotify, as well as leave me a 5-star rating and a good review where you can. If you are watching me on YouTube, then do the usual stuff, like, comment, and subscribe. And until next time, stay well, stay healthy, don't do anything illegal, and I will see you or talk to you next time. Peace out.